What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another brand new Marvel Spider-Man 2 informational video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how Peter could be Marvel Spider-Man 2's Venom. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, and join the 22% of people that are subscribed. And if you guys haven't already, if you guys like, the high quality content, I'll always be over here bringing out, the webtastic Spidey content. Now, this article is coming from MSN.com. Now, there's this part in the trailer where, towards the end of the trailer, as you guys can tell, where Peter starts to, and I'm just going to play the clip for you now. As you guys can tell, I'm going to play it for you right now.
Before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
So, that right there kind of honestly thinks that we're going to fight Peter at some point. Peter versus Miles is going to be absolutely crazy. But it says right here in this article from MSN.com, it says, for the last few years, all fans have had to go on is Marvel Spider-Man 2's very first announcement trailer. This trailer featured the two Spider-Men facing off against various henchmen before coming together to stare into a dark alleyway. As Kraven the Hunter's voiceover talked about finding the perfect prey, the camera made its way deeper into a pitch black alleyway, eventually revealing Venom's unmistakable face for a second split. For almost 2 years, this brief trailer was the only amount of information fans were given. And that naturally led to a fair few theories about the game's potential story. Now, all the way back in 2021, we did get that trailer, and we saw Venom in that dark alleyway. Now, this is where the whole entire part where Peter Parker being Venom comes into play. While the identity of Venom and his place in the story hadn't been confirmed at all by Insomniac, many fans just presumed that Harry Osborn would be this universe's Venom. At the end of both Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales, Harry Osborn is seen floating in a tank filled with green liquid and some kind of black ooze, which we now know today is obviously the Venom symbiote. The black ooze wraps around Harry's body and seems to move independently, looking and behaving exactly like a symbiote. Of course, a black symbiote is often associated with Venom in the Spider-Man comics, animated shows, and past movies. So fans naturally assumed that Harry would become Venom's host in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now, I myself honestly do think that Harry is potentially still going to become Venom, but at the point in the story after the gameplay we got yesterday, it seems like it doesn't make any sort of sense, because as you guys know, we didn't get a chance to see what's on the other side of that bottom room where Peter jumped out with the symbiote. We have no idea what happened and how he got it inside that room. Following that, it says, but the first Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay trailer seems to throw a spanner in this theory. Right from the get-go, Peter Parker is shown to wield the symbiote suit using it while this mission takes place in the overarching Marvel Spider-Man 2 story hasn't been confirmed. It's safe to assume that it doesn't come too far into the game. It seems like this is the first time Peter Parker has worn the symbiote suit in front of others, as Miles questions it upon their first meeting in the trailer. Peter also exclaims during the chase that they need to find the lizard, since Dr. Connors is the only one able to cure Harry. Taking these little story tidbits into account, it's safe to assume that Peter has already come into contact with Harry earlier in the game, and somehow the symbiote on Harry has transferred itself over to Peter. Now, obviously in the trailer, we saw him come out of the basement that Connors had. Now, obviously, seeing as that it's been 6 months, And you guys can tell in the gameplay, it's that 6 months later. So my guess is for the fact that Harry got out 6 months later and went to Dr. Connors to, at the most, help him to see if he can get it free. And along with that, Peter got involved and the symbiote ended up finding its way onto his body. And then Connors ran out, turning into the lizard, and Pete jumps out through that whole entire section, like the whole entire first section. He jumped out and the symbiote was already on him. So along with this, I truly do agree with that, because at this point we have no idea. We know that Harry has to be down there in Dr. Connors' house, so that confirms that, but we don't know what is going on behind that cellar door. We do not know what's behind there, because at that point we now know that Harry is behind there. And it says, if this is the case, then Harry Osborn might not end up being Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2 after all, or at least not after his first introduction. In fact, Harry Osborn becoming Venom may have been a red herring this whole time, and Insomniac could be about to deliver a much more unique version of the Venom character. It's possible that Peter Parker actually loses himself completely to the Venom symbiote in Marvel Spider-Man 2. While Insomniac's Peter is exhibiting all the staple signs of a symbiote-suited Spider-Man, like increased aggression, less regard for human life, it seems to be affecting this version of Peter Parker much more aggressively than previous incarnations, and Insomniac could end up making a venomized Peter Parker the final villain of the game, forcing Miles to go up against him. Now, obviously, you guys know Insomniac's been known to throw a curveball at us and make us think that what we see is the actual main antagonist. If you guys recall back over to Spider-Man 2018, we all thought that Mr. Negative was the main villain. Turns out that it was Doc Ock. Like, we thought it was, like, if you guys haven't checked that out, like, they completely tricked us. Now, I fully do believe this because, like I said, it's been 6 months in the trailer. Like the trailer said, it's been 6 months. So that means that Peter had to have come in contact with Harry way earlier in the game. And the symbiote got onto Harry. Following that, Kraven realizes that there is a lot more stuff going on in New York, so he uses it as concrete jungle. This would obviously force Kraven to come to Queens with his group, which is, we now know, is the Hunters. Thus, the lizard breaks loose. Following that, we get that whole entire scene where Peter jumps out looking for Dr. Connors and trying to protect him. So, other than that, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that Peter is going to end up being taken whole by the symbiote and Miles is going to have to fight him? Because at this point, we are going to fight Peter as Miles. So other than that, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more high quality Marvel Spider-Man 2 content. And other than that, I'll see you guys later with another spectacular Spidey webtastic banger.